my Storytime friends. Welcome to the Rockbridge Regional Library Storytime Live. My name is Miss Wendy and I am so glad to have you here today. And let's get started right away with our hello song. So this has a little bit of sign language in it. We'll say hello, and then friends are your two fingers and they're gonna give each other a hug. And then it's time to say hello. All right, we'll do it twice. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello again. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Very good. Now another little bit of sign language is how we say story time. So you do this, almost like you're giving yourself a handshake reverse. Story time. Story time. So we'll work on that one as we go. And so today's theme, I feel like there is a creature out there in the world that is underappreciated. And I think it's time that we read some books about this very special creature and think and learn about this very special creature. The snail. The snail, the snail. There's a lot to do about a snail, a lot to learn about a snail. So that's what we're going to be reading about today. But before we get started, let's talk about what the days of the week are. Okay, here's my list. Now let's see. How many days of the week are there anyway? Let's count them. 1, oops, I'm going to count with the other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's right, we have 7 days in our week. Now let's look at what they are. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Possibly my favorite day of the week. All right, so we have a song to help us figure out what is the day of the week. And here's how it goes. Now we have 7 days in our week. So we're going to hold up 7 fingers. And here's how it goes. 1, 2, 3. Every week has 7 days. See how many you can say. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. What is today? Well, what is today? Does anybody know? That's right, it's story time. So that means it's Wednesday morning, the middle of the week. Okay, let's do it one more time. We have our 7 fingers, and now we're going to sing our days of the week song. Every week has 7 days. See how many you can say. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. What is today? That's right, my friends. It is Storytime Wednesday. Very good. I hope you guys are working on learning your days of the week. Okay, well, are you ready for a story? Because I am. Let me get my handy dandy ukulele. And I'm going to angle this up just a little bit because I'm... All right, so first we'll start with clapping. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. Okay, what should we do next to get ourselves moving a little bit? How about, let's stomp our feet. If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. Okay, another one. Let's see. Let's jump up and down. You know what? We do that one a lot. If you're ready for a story, let's spin around. If you're ready for a story, spin around. If you're ready for a story, spin around. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, spin around. Woo! Not too many times. At least I can't. One. That's how many I can do. Okay. And then finally, we're going to sit really still so that we're ready to read. If you're ready for a story, sit real still. See if you can freeze. If you're ready for a story, sit real still. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, sit real still. Freeze. Oh goodness, that is hard to stay still. But I think you guys did a great job. Okay, and then finally, before I like to read, the very last thing I like to do before is to take 5 deep breaths. And that just helps me to settle in and enjoy a book. So here we go. We're going to put our thumbs and our first fingers together so we can help ourselves count. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Middle finger and thumb. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Ring finger and thumb. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Pinky and thumb. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And thumbs up because you love snails. And if you don't, you will by the end of this story time. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Very good. Okay, let's read a book. All right, the very first book I have today, you may have read before. But it is such a great book about snails that I just had to read it again. So this is called The Snail and the Whale, and it's by Julia Donaldson and illustrated by Axel Sheffler. And this comes to us from Dial Books for Young Readers. There's the whale. Ooh. This is the tale of a tiny snail and a great big gray-blue humpback whale. This is a rock as black as soot, and this is a snail with an itchy foot. The sea snail slithered all over the rock and gazed at the sea and ships in the dock. And as she gazed, she sniffed and sighed. The sea is deep and the world is wide. How I long to sail, said the tiny snail. These are the other snails in the flock, who all stuck tight to the smooth black rock, and said to the snail with the itchy foot, "Be quiet! Don't wiggle! Sit still! Stay put!" But the tiny sea snail sniffed and sighed, then cried, "I've got it! I'll hitch a ride." This is the trail of the tiny snail, a silvery trail that looped and curled and said, "Ride wanted around the world." So that snail wrote, "Ride wanted around the world." You think anybody will read that? Ooh, there's the snail. This is the whale who came one night when the tide was high and the stars were bright, a humpback whale immensely long, who sang to the snail a wonderful song of shimmering ice and coral caves, and shooting stars and enormous waves. And this is the tale of the humpback whale. He held it out of the starlit sea, and said to the snail, "Come sail with me." This is the sea, so wild and free, that carried the whale and the snail on his tail to towering icebergs and far-off lands. With fiery mountains and golden sands. These are the waves that arched and crashed, and foamed and frolicked, and sprayed and splashed the tiny snail on the tail of the whale. These are the caves beneath the waves, where colorful fish and with leathery fins, and sharks with hideous toothy grins, swam past the whale and the snail on his tail. This is the sky, so vast and high, sometimes sunny and blue and warm, sometimes filled with a thunderstorm, with zigzag lightning, flashing, frightening the tiny snail on the tail of the whale. There he is. He looks scared. I would be scared. And she gazed at the sky, the sea, the land, the waves and the caves and the golden sand. She gazed and gazed, amazed by it all. And she said to the whale, "I feel so small." But then came the day the whale lost his way. These are the speedboats running a race, zigging and zooming all over the place, upsetting the whale with their ear-splitting roar, making him swim too close to the shore. This is the tide slipping away. Uh-oh. And this is the whale lying beached in the bay. "Quick, off the sand, back to sea," cried the snail. "I can't move on land, I'm too big," moaned the whale. The snail felt helpless and terribly small. Then, "I've got it," she cried, and started to crawl. "I must not fail," said the tiny snail. This is the bell on the school in the bay, ringing the children in from their play. This is the teacher holding her chalk, telling the class, "Sit straight, don't talk." This is the board as black as soot. And this is the snail with an itchy foot. "A snail, a snail!" The teacher turned pale. "Look," says the children, "it's leaving a trail." This is the trail of the tiny snail, a silvery trail saying, "Save the whale." These are the children running from school, fetching the firemen, digging a pool, squirting and spraying to keep the whale cool. This is the tide coming into the bay, and these are the villagers shouting "Hooray!" as the whale and the snail travel safely away. Whew, that was a close one. Back to the dock, and the flock on the rock, who said, "How time's flown, and haven't you grown?" And the whale and the snail told of their wonderful tale of shimmering ice and coral caves, and shooting stars and enormous waves, and how the snail, so small and frail, with her looping, curling, silvery trail, saved the life of the humpback whale. Then the humpback whale held out his tail, and on crawled snail after snail after snail. Oh, there they go. And they sang to the sea as they all set sail on the tail of the gray-blue humpback whale. There they go. Yay. The end. Feels like there's another page there. The end. And there's a couple little fishies. Well, that is just a wonderful tale of a snail and a whale. And I'm glad everything turned out okay. So that is just a very harrowing snail there. Very brave, very smart. So that leads me to a couple things. You know, we've been talking about snails. And look at this guy. There's an actual snail, a photograph of a snail. Now look, he's got somebody on his, or she's got somebody on her back. Well, look at that. And so these are interesting creatures, and let's find out some more about them. Now look at these shells. There are a lot of snails that are ocean snails, and so they live in shells that look like this. These can be at the bottom of the sea and crawling around. You may have one of these at home. Or check this one out. Here's a different snail shell, and they're very beautiful. You have perfect spirals. And look at this long one. Can you imagine a snail walking around with this on their back? And look at this little tiny one. Now this looks more like what we're probably used to seeing. There's lots of texture. And then finally, here's one more. Or maybe, oh sorry, I already showed you that one. There's one more. So they can be lots of different sizes. Can you imagine if that was your home? Wow. Well, I hope you enjoyed those shells. And now I think let's sing a song about snails. Now I have these little snails here. Little paper snails. We've got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's right, 5 snails. And the song is called 5 Garden Snails. Hold on one sec. I'm going to move this over. Okay. So here's how it goes. I'm sure you will catch on really quickly. 5 garden snails sleeping in the sun. Along came a bird and scared away one. Ow! He's out. How many does that leave us? 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 garden snails sleeping in the sun. A bird flew around and scared away one. There he goes. How many does that leave us? 1, 2, 3. That's right. 3 garden snails sleeping in the sun. Along comes a bird and scares away one. Boo! Ah! How many is left? That's right, 2. 2 garden snails sleeping in the sun. Along came a bird and scared away one. Boo! Ah! There he goes. All right, there's 1 left. Only 1. 1 garden snail sleeping in the sun. Along came a bird and scared away one. Boo! There he goes. Uh-oh. No, none left. No garden snail sleeping in the sun. The bird flew away and here they all come. Whew. All right, they're all back. Saved from the bird. Thank goodness. Oops. There they are. 1, 2, 3. I keep putting them up backward. 4 and 5. Phew, and that bird is gone. Good thing. All right, my friends, shall we read another book? Okay, here's another book about a snail. And this is a French snail, and his name is Escargot. Look, he's got a little beret on, and he's got a little scarf and shirt, and he's very cute. So this is called Escargot. Story by Dashka Slater, and pictures are by Sydney Hanson. And this book is published by Farrar, Straus, Giroux. Bonjour! I see you are staring at me. I don't mind. My name is Escargot, and I am such a beautiful French snail that everybody stares at me. Right now, I'm traveling to the salad at the end of this book. It's a beautiful salad, with croutons and a light vinaigrette. You should come. I just need a little push to help me get started. While we're traveling, we can talk. Tell me, what do you think is my most beautiful part? My shell? My antenna? My neck? My tentacles? Ooh la la, it's hard to choose. That is because all of Escargot is magnifique. You can kiss me if you want to. Let's talk about our favorite animals. Is yours the dog? The cat? The platypus? The wildebeest? The lemur? The hippopotamus? The snail? Wait, before you answer, I must tell you something sad. So sad I might cry. Will you stroke my shell until I feel better? Okay, now I will tell you the very sad thing. Nobody ever says their favorite animal is the snail. Perhaps you think, snails are slimy, Escargot. You are too slimy to be a favorite animal. Au contraire. The trails I make as I travel to the salad are shimmery trails of... What would you call it? Not slime. More like shimmery trails of shimmery stuff. But enough about me. Do you also make a shimmery trail? What is your favorite kind of salad? You look like the kind of intelligent person who enjoys a salad with croutons and a light vinaigrette and absolutely no carrots. The kind of person who might say, my favorite animal is the snail. But perhaps you think, snails are shy, Escargot. You are too shy to be my favorite animal. Au contraire, I am quite fierce. This is the face I make to scare a lion or a wild boar or a carrot that sneaks into my salad. Can you make a fierce face to scare away a carrot? Maybe we should roar at it too. That was a very fierce face and a very loud roar. He's hiding. He got scared. Do you want me to come out? Really? Then you must say, come out, Escargot! Come out, and I promise I will never put a carrot in your salad. Come out, and I will kiss you. Here I am. Don't forget my kiss. Mwah! I kiss you back. Am I your favorite animal yet? Perhaps you think snails are slow. Snails are slow, Escargot. You are too slow to be my favorite animal. Au contraire. I just don't like to be in a hurry. A French snail likes to relax before enjoying a salad with a few croutons and a light vinaigrette. But if I wanted to, I could run faster than the cheetah. You don't believe me? I will race you to the salad at the end of this book. Whoever gets there first will be the fantastically fast champion of the world, and also your favorite animal. On your mark, get set, go! Do you see how fast I am? I am like the wind itself. Oh, I just need to rest here for a second. Can you blow on me to cool me off? Okay, I'm ready now for the final sprint. I win! Oh, you're here too. A tie! We are both champions. We are both magnifiques. Let us celebrate by eating salad with a few croutons and a light vinaigrette. Bon appetit! But this is not the right salad. This salad has a few croutons and a light vinaigrette and carrots. Escargot does not eat carrots. Escargot has never eaten a carrot. Escargot will now make a fierce face at the carrot. The carrot isn't running away. Perhaps you would like to eat the carrot? Go ahead, try it. I will make you a deal. If you will try it, I will try it too. On the count of 3, we will take a very, very, very small bite of the carrot. 1, 2, 3. The carrot was actually delicious. So delicious that I might have forgotten to share. You probably won't choose me as your favorite animal now. You'll choose instead the baboon or the koala or an earwig. Never choose an over that. But that's okay. C'est la vie. I will tell you a secret. You are very beautiful, even if you don't make a shimmery trail. You are very fast, almost as fast as Escargot. And you can make a very fierce face. Don't show me, I remember. You are magnifique. In fact, you are my favorite animal. And so I kiss you. Mwah! The end. There he goes. Escargot is the cutest snail I've ever met. Very, very sweet. I hope you enjoyed that book. All right, my friends. So, I don't know if you noticed, but at the beginning there were a couple snails who were dancing, and they have a name. You've got Dale and Gail Snail. Dale and Gail Snail. Now, Gail and Dale Snail have some interesting facts to share with us about snails. All right, ladies first. Gail, can you tell us a cool fact about snails? Sure, yeah. I've got lots of facts about snails because you know what? I am one. So I know like all there is to know about snail. But here's one thing that a lot of people don't know about snails. Snails and slugs are the same thing, except slugs don't have shells. I don't know why they don't have shells. They could have shells if they wanted shells. But yeah, slugs and snails are the same, except we have shells and slugs don't. Did you know that, Dale?
Well, yeah, I did know that, because I too am a snail, and I too live in a shell.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool. All right, Dale, do you have a fact to tell us about snails?
Yeah, I do.
All right, here's what I know about snails. Snails live everywhere on Earth. Everywhere. As many as 150,000 species of snails are out there in the world. That means we live from anywhere from deep ocean trenches to the desert. We live everywhere. And there's 150,000 types of us. Wow, Dale, that's incredible. I had no idea there were that many of you. Me either, Gail said. Well, all right. Okay, you two, let's see. Who has something else to tell us about snails? I do. Okay, Gail, tell us what you know about snails. All right. Did you know that ocean snails can grow? There's a certain type of our snails that can grow to be 1.5 feet large. That's huge. And you know what else about those snails? They can take out a starfish. They can literally get on top of and take out a starfish.
That's a little bit scary. I don't like that one.
I know, but it's the truth.
But I don't like it. Let's talk about something else. Let's change our subject.
Okay, fine, I'm fine. All right, Dale, then. What is your last fact about snails? Okay, well, this is a much less scary snail. There are snails that are so small, so tiny, that they could fit through the eye of a needle.
That means the little tiny hole of a needle where the thread goes through. That's how little the snails are. They could go through that hole. They're the size of a piece of thread. What? It's true. They're that little. So you got to be really careful around them because you might just go over them and you wouldn't even know. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. All right. Well, thank you, Gail and Dale Snail. Thank you for being part of Storytime. Yeah, no problem. We liked it. It's fun. We learned something too. Okay, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye. All right. Very good, Gail and Dale Snail. They had a lot of interesting things to tell us about snails, and I can't even imagine one so tiny that it could go through a needle, the hole of a needle, the eye of a needle. All right, we have our final book about snails, Snail Crossing. And there's the little snail. And this is by Corey R. Tabor and published by, Balzer and Bray, which is an imprint of HarperCollins Publishers. All right, but who's this? Okay, Snail Crossing. Let's find out. One lucky day, Snail was out scooting around when he saw the most beautiful sight. Bing! A field of plump, crisp cabbage across the road. Well, you won't stop me, said Snail to the road. So there's the snail and this long road to the cabbage. Snail had been traveling for some time when he decided to take a break. I must be nearly there, thought Snail. Looks like he's got a long way to go. He was watching the grumbling gray clouds when he felt something coming his way. What it was, Snail couldn't say. Some things are too big and fast for snails to ponder. Well, you won't stop me, said Snail to the thing. Snail was cabbage bound. Nothing could stand in his way. Hey you! You're standing in the way of our way. You're standing in our way. We've got a road to cross here, yelled the troop of rowdy ants. And they probably would have carried on like that if it hadn't started to rain. Rain! cried the ants. Help, help, help! Cabbage bound or not, Snail could not just leave them out there. Come in, said Snail. Come in before you drown. Well, that's nice. Oh, it's dark in there. Tea? asked Snail. Oh, please, thank you. That would be lovely. And said the ants, and then click. Oh, home sweet home. There they are inside of Snail's shell. We're sorry about earlier. Terribly sorry. Sometimes we get a bit antsy, said the ants. Oh, I know the feeling, said Snail, and he told them all about the plump, crisp cabbage just across the road. Said the ants. There they are, waiting the rain out. When the rain stopped, the ants said thank you. Thank you, and goodbye. Well, I hope you'll come back soon, said Snail. Count on it, said the ants, and they went off. Now, where was I? The snail said to himself. Ah, yes. The snail was cabbage bound. Nothing could stand in his way. Oh. Snail was scooting right along when he noticed something standing in his way. A lunch, said the hungry crow. Well, you won't eat me, said Snail. Can't you see I'm cabbage bound? Evasive maneuvers, evasive maneuvers! Honk, honk, honk. And just like that, the hungry crow was gone. Snail was very relieved but a little dizzy from all that spinning. Cabbage bound, I'm cabbage bound, head in the clouds, foot on the ground. Snail scooted and scooted and scooted and hooray, said the snail, I made it. But where was the cabbage? Well, shoot, said the snail. He went and he went and then headed the wrong direction. He's back where he started because there's the cabbage all the way over there. But what was that on the horizon? Could it be? It was! The cabbage was coming to Snail. Hooray, said Snail. Snail bound, we're snail bound. Look at those ants. They did it. Thank you, he said to the ants. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Then the new friends went inside for cabbage soup and tea, and no one felt antsy at all. The end. Look at that. Good partnership. Very good partnership. Well, I hope you enjoyed Snail Crossing. That's a really fun book. Okay, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me for Storytime Live. Now, it is a little, when it's after a rain, go out there and see if you can find snails. They're everywhere. 150,000 species in the planet. That is a lot, and I bet you could find some. So have a look, but don't let them stay where they are, where they're living. You don't want to take them away. And also, we did our feather mural in the library. So next time you're here, be sure to check out the feather mural in the children's area of the library. It turned out really beautifully, and thank you so much. We painted 100 feathers for this mural. But until then, don't forget, my friends, we have got to wash our hands. All right, tops and bottoms. 1, 2, 3. Tops and bottoms, tops and bottoms. In between, in between. Rub them all together, rub them all together. Now they're clean, squeaky clean. Again, tops and bottoms, tops and bottoms. In between, in between. Rub them all together, rub them all together. Now they're clean, squeaky clean. All right, don't forget tomorrow at 10:30 there's a baby and toddler story time. So some more songs and books. But until then, I will see you later, alligator. In a while, crocodile. Give a hug, ladybug. Blow a kiss, jellyfish. See ya soon, big baboon. Out the door, dinosaur. Take care, polar bear. Wave goodbye, butterfly. Goodbye, my friends. I'll see you next time.